आज थोड़ा सोल को एलिवेट करेंगे. Welcome back to Literary Lenses, the series that helps you understand literary theory not just as readers but as writers and creators. And when I say creators, I mean content creators too. In addition, it's useful for anyone who is using English language or literature as a subject for UGC NET exams, civil services. Literary theory is a big part of the language, and here we are today with the fourth episode. So far, what we have done is we have explored Plato's suspicion of poetry. We have explored Aristotle's structure of storytelling. We have explored Horace's golden rule to not just teach but delight when it comes to art. आज थोड़ा emotional, spiritual, even mystical territory को approach करेंगे with a voice that asks, what if literature could elevate the soul? Meet Longinus and his radical idea, the Sublime. Who was Longinus? सच्चाई तो ये है कि हमें एक्चुअली लॉन्गिनस के बारे में आज भी ज़्यादा कुछ पता नहीं है. Unlike Aristotle or Plato, he was not a guy who was focused on techniques or structure or rules. हमें एक्चुअली ये भी नहीं पता है कि On the Sublime जो बुक है, the one we are discussing today, was written by Longinus in the first place. So a lot of information regarding him is just our best guess, just historians' best guess. The book On the Sublime, it may have been written in the 1st century CE, during the Roman Empire of course, but it reads way ahead of its time, way ahead of its time. There we are talking about a man who was obsessed with power, not political or military power, but emotional and aesthetic power. So what is the sublime, the word sublime that we keep using with Longinus? The sublime for Longinus is that moment in art or writing that strikes you with awe. आता है ना कभी कभी वो एक पल जब आप कोई बुक पढ़ रहे हो, कोई स्टोरी पढ़ रहे हो, and suddenly you read that one sentence and you're like, oh man. It makes you feel lifted, transformed, almost overwhelmed. He wasn't talking about beauty or clarity. He was talking about something that transcends. It could even be a well-timed silence. That is what he wrote. A well-timed silence may be more powerful than 1,000 words. So when does the sublime happen? It happens when language reaches beyond language. It's when you read a line and you feel it echo in your bones. Think of it like this. Plato asked if poetry is dangerous. Aristotle showed us how it works. Horace told us what it should do. Longinus now shows us what it could make us feel. What are the sources of the sublime? Longinus identified 5 key sources of sublimity in writing. Number 1, great thoughts or ideas. You can't fake depth. Powerful content produces powerful effect. It's just that simple. Number 2, strong emotions. Authentic feeling fuels great writing. Number 3, figures of speech. Not just what you say, but how you say it. We have a different podcast on figures of speech. I hope you've checked it out. Noble diction. Choosing words that elevate the tone. And number 5, dignified composition. The way it all comes together rhythmically as well as structurally. But here's the catch. These things or these tools can't be used like tricks. They have to come from very genuine inspiration and emotional force. I hope that gives you an insight on Longinus and on the concept of sublimity when it comes to writing. Why does Longinus still matter? Why are we even talking about him today? See, in an age of algorithmic content and clickbait, Longinus reminds us that writing can still shake us. He asks, is your writing memorable? Not because it's loud, but because it touches something deeper. Is it memorable because of that? Modern critics say he was one of the first to connect writing with a reader's experience, an early spark of what we would later call reader response theory. If you have ever underlined a sentence because it stopped you cold, or if you have ever paused to breathe after reading something raw and true, you have met the sublime. Congratulations. What are some practical takeaways for modern writers from Longinus? Number 1, if you really want to tap into the sublime, there are these 4 things you can absolutely pick from Longinus's theory of sublimity. Number 1, write from emotional truth. Forced passion never works. Number two, aim for clarity but do not fear intensity. Sometimes boldness is the point. Number three, think big. Great writing often carries great ideas, not just clever phrases. Number four, balance your structure with inspiration. Don't flatten your writing too much with too much editing. So, as you can see, if you start comparing the critics we've discussed or literary theorists we've talked about so far, here we are making a shift from Horace. Don't sit on it for 9 years. Don't flatten your writing with too much editing. Remember, Sublime isn't about perfection. It's all about impact. All about impact. Next episode, we will return to Rome, this time to the art of rhetoric. Get ready to meet Cicero, the orator who made persuasive language a civic superpower. I'll even tell you how Modi ji uses some of his techniques. All the great speakers in the world do. Until then, revisit your favorite passage, something that gave you chills. That is Sublime in action. This is Literary Lenses, where theory, today at least, meets soul.